Hello and welcome to this morning's edition of the Daily Dose on Adamimogo 107.7 FM. Good morning from wherever you might be listening to this dial. My name is Oladui Ayegbusi. It's a Wednesday edition of the Daily Dose. Today being the 16th, I beg your pardon, the 18th day in the 6th month of the year 2025. How fast the year has been so far. We're already in the 6th month. That's exactly half of the year which we are at the moment. And after this month, we'll be entering the second quarter of the year, just like yesterday when we entered 2025. And each time it comes to my mind that time speaks or runs or moves fast. It also tells me of how quick we should do things without hesitation. Anyway, that's not where we're going this morning. Let's just see stories making rounds in the national dailies for today. A couple of papers are with me: the Punch, the Vanguard, the Daily Post, and the Nation with newspaper. Well, I'll be bringing to your hearing this morning as they are reported in those national dailies. So as usual, let's go through the headlines and then we see the details. So I begin from the Punch newspaper this morning. APC will fail in 2027 like PDP did in 2015. Ebonyi SDP chair. That's on politics. EFCC rearranges Bauchi accountant general over 1.4 billion naira fraud. Pharmacist petition Tinubu the crime marginalization of medical doctors. UTME 11 CBT centers fingerprint cheat face sanction. I take that again. UTME 11 CBT centers fingerprint cheat face sanctions. That's quite a serious one. Then Benue bloodshed. Governor assembly at odds as SGF ex-generals moving. This is becoming really political according to some persons. All right, let's see stories in the Daily Post newspaper this morning. 2027, Tinubu lacks understanding, is endorsement political caricature. Ex-minister Dalong says. Nigerians await Tinubu's action as herdsmen spread terror in Benue, Enugu, Abia. That's put together by the Daily Post newspaper this morning. Tinubu's Benue visits political gesture. Security expert unveils roadmap. Well, we'll see that roadmap in a while. NAF boost air power in North Central, sends more troop. EFCC arraigns oil executive in Rivers over alleged 750 million naira bank fraud. Nigeria CDC explains 3 reasons for the Benue massacre. And Tinubu awaits. All right, I took that headline again where it says Nigerians await Tinubu's action as herdsmen spread terror in Benue, Enugu, and Abia State. All of this are all reported in the Daily Post newspaper this morning. Let's see what the Vanguard has. The Vanguard newspaper says Benue killing, gory audio by a survivor. Well, there have been so many survivors reacting, calling for aid, and all of that. So, and resurgence of idol worship in Igbo land. Bishop indicts church leaders. Then Pastor Adefarasin granted bail as investigation continues. Recall he was in the police. He submitted himself for interrogation yesterday, as reported or as reviewed by the Lagos State Police Headquarters. So, all of these stories are all in the Vanguard newspaper this morning. CNG, federal government secures agreement for additional 20 MSCF gas supply. And Tinubu reiterates commitment to fast-track approval for viable project. They are all reported in the Vanguard this morning. Now let's see what the Nation has. The Nation newspaper says French language village unions lament exclusion from end allowance. I take it again. French language village unions lament exclusion from end allowance. We'll get to see what that means in a short while. Mokwa flood. 700 persons still missing, says Niger governor. or government. 90% of Nigerians struggle with land disputes, domestic violence, as put together by the Nation newspaper. EFCC rearranges Bochi AG DBC operators, just as it was reported in a Punch newspaper this morning. Petron rejects Dangote's entry into petroleum distribution. All of these are all reported in the Nation newspaper this morning. After this breather, we'll bring you details of these stories and some other ones. Please join us again.
Turn on the volume.
The Nigerian Army has taken custody of two of the
Get ready to dive into the latest headlines,
Nigerians deported from the United
in-depth stories, and breaking updates that matter to you.
To face the challenge to be able to fulfill the dream and the aspiration.
From local events to global affairs, we've got you covered. Stay with us as we unravel the stories shaping our world today. This is Adamimogo 107.7 FM News. This is an Adamimogo 107.7 FM.
And thus, the Daily Dose and Adamimogo 107.7 FM is what you are listening to at this time when we're reporting to you as they are written in the national dailies for today, Wednesday, 18th of June 2025. So before we embark on that break, we've gone through the headlines, and let's now go and tell you the details of those headlines. And I begin from the Punch newspaper this morning, where this says, bloodshed, governor, assembly at odds as SGF ex-general moving. Now let's see what it's all about. It says, in a move to end the violence that has cost many lives and destroyed homes across several communities, President Bola Tinubu will on Wednesday, that's today, hold a meeting with the stakeholders in Benue State and listen to their concerns firsthand. Over 200 persons were reportedly killed within a few hours, including children and women, at Yelewata, Guma local government on Friday night. The killers reportedly used sophisticated weapons and fuel to set houses ablaze. Outraged by the bloodshed, the State House of Assembly, in a resolution on Tuesday, asserted that the governor, Hyacinth Alia, his deputy Sam Ode, and all the 32 lawmakers held had let the people down. This is just as the opposition People's Democratic Party and coalition of united political parties called on the president to declare a state of emergency in the state. The African Democratic Party and the New Nigerian People's Party accused the president of prioritizing politics over people's lives, urging him to urgently reform the nation's security system to protect citizens more efficiently. Also, the United Nations firmly condemned recent attacks and called for a comprehensive investigation into the incident. Responding through the Commissioner of Information and Orientation, Matthew Abo, the governor stated that his administrations fully supported the security agencies, insisting that he had not neglected his duty to protect his people. Attacks by unidentified gunmen in the state have resulted in the tragic loss of lives and mass displacement of over the years, sparking widespread outrage and concerns. In response, there have been responses from the special advisor to the president, Febayo Ononuga, saying that the president is scheduled to meet stakeholders today. The chief of defense staff, General Christopher Musa, has also responded. Kayode Egbetokun, the inspector general of police, also visited the scene of the event, and there have been several developments going back and coming into the state. Well, it's quite a long read, and the development is detailed not just in the Punch newspaper this morning, but as well as other newspapers out there. You may grab a couple of any and see, but this that I read is from the Punch newspaper this morning. It says, Benue bloodshed, governor, assembly at odds as SGF ex-generals move in. In the Daily Post newspaper this morning, Nigerians await Tinubu's action as herdsmen spread terror in Benue Enugu, and Abia states. It says President Bola Tinubu will today, Wednesday, visit Benue State following the brutal killings of over 200 villagers in the state by suspected herdsmen. Tinubu recently announced that he would reschedule his appointment to pay a condolence visit to the people of the state today, following last Friday's attack in Yelawata community that left scores of residents dead. There have been reports as to how the people were killed and some other reactions. And then the president had also charged the state governor to convene a reconciliation meeting and dialogue among the warring parties to end the incessant bloodshed. And many residents had described the attack as a single deadliest massacre in Benue State. So, quite a lot of reactions and expectations from the people towards the president. This is saying Nigerians await Tinubu's action as herdsmen spread terror in Benue, Enugu, and Abia State. Still in the Daily Post newspaper, this is more like an interview conducted by the Daily Post newspaper this morning. It says Tinubu's Benue visits political gesture, a security expert unveiled the roadmap. Well, I would say that the security expert is also an intelligence expert, Dr. Kabiru Adamu, weighed on in the current killings of over 200 people in Benue State. He has also revealed that he revealed yesterday that he shed insight on the impending visit of President Bola Tinubu to the state as well as the expectations thereof. And he answered questions as to the advice to the president during his visit and reviewed some other things. But I wouldn't want to go into the interview. Just grab a couple of the Daily Post newspaper this morning and see through how he has responded to the proposed visit by the president to Benue State today. Again, the headline says Tinubu's Benue visit political gesture, security expert unveils roadmap. Meanwhile, the Nigeria's CDC explains 3 reasons for Benue massacre. It says the Nigerian Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, has highlighted 3 critical issues in the Yelawata town Benue massacre by suspected herdsmen. The CDC spokesman, when he visited Benue yesterday over the spark in killing at Benue community. According to him, there are 3 pronged issues in the Benue crisis between farmers and herders, namely land dispute and cattle rustling. He noted that a political solution is the best fix to these 3 issues. There are 3 issues. One is the issue of land. Now I'm quoting the CDC. In indigenous or non-indigenous, it is critical, which can be sorted out politically. Second is the issue of movement of animals. End of quote. Those are some of the things that the CDC said is the reason for the killings in Benue last Friday. Nigeria's CDC explains 3 reasons for Benue massacre. That's the headline and is reported in the Daily Post News. This morning, resurgence of idol worship in Igbo land. Bishop indicts church leaders. It says that in recent years, idol worship and the emergence of accidental native doctors, some of them with questionable wealth, gained currency in Igbo land. Some even become prominent socialites who dine and wine with the high and mighty in society. With time, they were linked to many evil activities such as kidnapping, armed robbery, and money rituals. These criminals act because this criminal act become very common in Igbo land to the extent that the devastating insecurity in the southeast region is also linked to it, as some of them were accused of preparing charms for the criminals element tormenting the region. Well, while I wouldn't want to go into the details of all of this, the Bishop Ilechukwu was the one reacting to this development, where he spoke at St. Barnabas Anglican Church in Ojota in Ojoto in Idemili South local government area of Anambra State at the 33rd Synod of the Diocese on Niger State. It reviewed some other things, and I quote, "We are the reason idol worship is resurging because of our way of life. If people saw the light in us, if our lives truly reflect Christ, they would not return to paganism. If all of us truly preach Christ and live according, there would be no rush back to idol worship in Igbo land." End of quote. And this is where the bishop was talking to other bishops there. But see details of that development in the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Resurgence of idol worship in Igbo land. Bishop indict church leaders. And Pastor Adefarasin granted bail as investigation continues. It says that Senior Pastor Paul Adefarasi of the House on the Rock has been granted bail by the Lagos State Police Command hours after voluntarily turning himself in for interrogation. This was disclosed on the official X page of the command by the Public Relations Officer, CSP Benjamin Undeyi. According to Undeyi, the item recovered from Adefarasi was not a firearm but a slung gun, which is classified as a prohibited anti-riot device. I take that paragraph again. According to Undeyi, the item recovered from Adefarasi was not a firearm but a slung gun, which is classified as a prohibited anti-riot device. The post reads, and I quote now, "Pastor Paul Adefarasi, who turned himself in today at the Lagos State Police Command over the viral video where he was seen holding a gun-like object against another road user, was interrogated, and he volunteered a cautionary statement to police investigators. What we discovered or recovered from him, the gun-like object seen in the viral video, is not a lethal weapon or firearm, but a slung gun, which is a prohibited anti-riot equipment." End of quote. Undeyi added that the pastor has been granted bail while investigation into the incident continue. Well, see details in the Vanguard newspaper again this morning. Pastor Adefarasin granted bail as investigation continues. Time to open the studio line 0704 700 7701 or 0707276628. Hello, good morning. All right, please, you can call us again 0707 700 7701 or 0707276628. The line is open now. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Your name and where you calling us from?
Yeah, this is Congressman Market MC.
All right.
Morning, sir.
All right, morning. Go ahead.
Is the one of the core pillar of democracy. So politicians should know 4 years is just like a day. APC will not fail with their social activities and the empowerment to Nigeria and to enjoy the dividend of democracy. The Nigerian security and the internet mounted on here must feature out the perpetrator, I mean the marauder, that caused bloodshed of over 200 people in Benue State. The yes-men must know that we are all human beings, that we are not animals. They must be thinking of future did not belong to all of them alone. So I plead to them to kindly allow the country to rest.
All right.
And secondly, corruption is the system of Nigeria. Our Nigeria is absurd. And the more you fight it, the more perpetrator devise new means. They can devise anything, but they cannot devise the country out of poverty, chronism, ethnicity, and religion. Most times, they create the effort to redeem the country.
Okay.
There's no sincerity of purpose in the struggle. The best form of government of government which absorbs corruption.
All right.
Same way, a corruption administration will not be interested in promoting good government. So I want all our government to ensure 4 years is just like tomorrow.
All right.
And I thank our president. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank
God
you.
bless you.
Thank you so much for your contribution and feedback there. Before I wrap it up on the show this morning, there's a story from the Punch newspaper where it says UTM 11 CBT centers, fingerprint cheat phase sanctions. It says the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board has recommended tough penalties for 11 computer-based centers and registrants involved in fingerprint irregularities during the registration of the 2025 UTME tertiary matriculation examination. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are you, sir?
I'm all right. Your name and where you calling us from, please?
My name is Reverend Adewon from Ado, Ekiti State.
All right. Where in Ado are you calling us from?
Opposite teaching hospital.
All right. Please go ahead.
I hear some of your outline of your news.
Thank you so
And
much.
Yes, I really enjoyed the program. I just say I should greet you more able. God will bless you.
Amen. Thank you indeed. We really appreciate. Thank you so much. All right, and that's where the last story I took about JAMP is reported in the Punch newspaper. You can see details how the JAMP registrar and chief executive, Professor Isha Akoloide, made it known after a brainstorming session with some critical stakeholders following a meeting he had with the affected CBT centers and registrants in Abuja yesterday. And that's where we draw the curtain on this morning's edition of the Daily Dose on Adamimogo 107.7 FM. Do it returns again tomorrow. Another beautiful edition. My name is